Hey everyone! Today I will be showing you how to build a simple and cheap bamboo farm. Now with the removal of zero-tick from Minecraft Bedrock, we may have been spoiled a little because, as you know, zero-tick was very overpowered, so we were used to that, and now we don't have that anymore. And as an alternative, I propose to use this passive growth bamboo farm. Like I said, it is simple and cheap, meaning it is very cost effective. The materials are mainly iron, wood and redstone, of which redstone I would say is arguably the hardest to get material. Of course there's the bamboo itself, but if you want to farm that then you probably already have bamboo. And well, you don't need any slime and you don't need any quartz, meaning you don't even need to go to the nether. Once you have some bamboo, some redstone and some iron for the pistons, you're basically set to go for this farm. The way this farm works is very similar to typical observer-based bamboo farms, but it is made in a way that is cheaper, because it is using torch burnouts, which is a mechanic that is not new by any means. In fact, this farm is based off of a design from a friend of mine called Jade. I'll be linking her video in the description. And well, the basic idea is that once you update a block next to one of these burnt out torches, it will trigger a torch burnout loop and these pistons will activate. And the same can be applied to bamboo. So if we place a piece of bamboo down here and make it grow, as you can see, the torch will detect that and the surrounding pistons will break it. And this can be done up to 3 bamboo per torch. As you can see, it is very efficient and it is quite cheap because the entire circuit is like 3 pistons, 1 torch and 1 redstone dust, and the rest is just solid blocks and of course the bamboo and the dirt. So it is indeed quite cost effective and you can expand that very far. Right now I have 24 modules stacked one top of another and together they produce about 2500 bamboo per hour. That means that each one of these modules produces a little bit more than 100 bamboo per hour. I did the average and it should be around 105 bamboo per hour for one of these modules. That means each one of these layers does 105 bamboo per hour. And because it is so cheap, you can quite easily expand it. And of course, expanding it vertically is the best option because it does not take much space horizontally, and usually you don't need much space vertically for things to build. So yeah, this is quite a convenient farm. This design is also completely relog proof, which is a big advantage compared to flying machine based designs, because for flying machine based designs they will most certainly break when you log out, so you don't need to turn it on and off all the time for this one. You just build it and you're done with it, it just produces bamboo and you get that all down here in your chest. Now let's take a look at the materials. The materials down below are just materials that you are going to need if you don't plan to expand your farm horizontally, but only vertically. So this is basically the materials per tower, and the materials you see above are the materials that you're going to need for 1 layer of bamboo farm. So per 18 plants of bamboo. Then you simply want to multiply those materials by the amount of layers that you are going to build. So that is it. That is quite simple and it is quite cheap. Alright then, let's start with the tutorial. So we're going to want to start off by placing our collection chest, and of course you can add additional hoppers and chests below it if you want more storage space, but we're going to keep it to 1 double chest for the time being. Put a hopper on the side of it, and then you want to go out by 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we can simply place the 9 dirt on each side. That should do the job. And we are going to place 1 solid block here. And then 9 in a 3×3 orientation like this. And then we do the same on the other side. Except that we are going to want to remove that bottom block right here, because we want to be able to open the chest, of course. Add your water source on the opposite side of the hopper, that way all the items that fall down will get flushed into the hopper and end up in your chest. What we want to do next is simply place some solid blocks on both sides. And then we want to place solid blocks in a formation like this. Do the same on the other side as well. And we can place the first set of pistons in those little gaps that we left. And then the next set of pistons right here. Then we want some solid blocks to fill in those gaps. And we can place in our torches that will detect the growth. And our redstone dust. Let's place in our bamboo. We don't need to bone meal it, it will grow on its own. And then what we want to place in next is the fences. We need the fences here because otherwise the pistons will push it over to the other side when it breaks the bamboo, and we don't want that. Although I have to mention that even with the fences there is still a little bit of loss on the bamboo, but it is very negligible. So what we want to put in next is the torches and just line them up with the redstone torches. We need the torches because bamboo needs lights to grow, and if we did not have these torches, then at night time the bamboo wouldn't grow, and it essentially cuts the rates of the farm in half. The redstone torches do not give enough light, but the torches in each of these spots will give enough light. Now if you're done with the amount of layers that you want to build, you simply want to take some solid blocks and close it off like this. However, if you are not done and you want to build more layers, what you simply want to do is place in even more dirt. And then you can simply repeat the process of building what you just built. So quite simply, we're going to repeat this first on both sides. I'm going to walk you through it just so you know how it goes after the first layer. Then we can once again place in those sets of solid blocks. We repeat the pattern that we did earlier. In the gaps we put in the pistons. Then we put in more pistons. These are blocks in the second set of gaps. Then we start placing the redstone torches as well as the redstone dust. What we can do then is place in the bamboo saplings. Then we place in the fences. Then we place in the torches. So yeah, that is a quite simple design. And like I said, once you're done, simply take some solid blocks and place them on top. And that's it. That is basically how you repeat this farm design, and you will end up with bamboo down here. Now once again, I do have to mention that in terms of functionality, this design is pretty much identical to Jade's design, but I did some slight modification that I believe are beneficial in terms of cost efficiency. For example, swapping out the glass panes for fences. And she also had jack-o'-lanterns or sea lanterns in those spots, but you can simply place normal torches in these gaps right here. And that will also illuminate the bamboo just fine and provide enough light for them to grow. Of course, a design like that cannot compete with a zero-tick design. Zero-tick farms were simply overpowered and were absolutely unbeatable in terms of cost efficiency, but this is probably the next best thing we have. So per 18 plants, you will be getting about 105 bamboo per hour, and you can expand this farm a lot and it will not be too expensive. So there you have it. This is a simple and cheap bamboo farm design. I believe this is much more convenient than a flying machine based design because flying machine based designs will break on relock if you leave them on, whereas this farm you can simply leave it after you build it and it will just produce bamboo. So yeah. Anyway, that was about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe if you did enjoy it because I have more content like this on my channel. And well, I would very much appreciate the support, and I do appreciate the support. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye!